#1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Guide to Light with Martina Billig. Live from guidetolight.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Guide to Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everyone and welcome to Guide to Light. This is Martina Billig, your host for today. So I've had such a wonderful week. Last week I went to the Mind Body Spirit Festival to promote my app, which is called Guide to Light. And I got to meet thousands of people who wanted to talk for 3 days about psychic and intuitive development. So it was wonderful. There were plenty of stall holders there that had many interesting things to peddle. So we had everything from crystals to healing to tarot cards, oracle cards, readers. It was just amazing. A lot of beautiful platform psychics and platform mediums performed there that day as well. So it was wonderful. And it's really good to be able to talk to people about why I developed the app. And the app is another way of learning. And I think it's kind of where we're headed now. And the reason why I did that instead of an online course was because I wanted to be able to impact a lot more people and more on an international scale. So today I'll talk a little bit about clairvoyance. I will take on a caller when they are ready. I'd love to show them my new cards. I've got some beautiful oracle cards gifted to me from my lovely children. And these cards are absolutely amazing. So I'd love to give some oracle card readings. And I've got my tarot cards. And if spirit steps in, they step in. But you never know what might happen. Until we get that caller, let's just wait and we'll talk about some clairvoyance. And you know what? I think we might have a caller ready. So let's see how we go. I think. Let me just double check. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Yes. So we have Craig from Winnipeg in Manitoba, Canada. Oh, he's going to have a great accent. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Craig. It's Martina. How are you going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You've got a fantastic accent. I love Canadian accents. Just wonderful. Craig, can you turn your volume up a little bit? You're really light, darling. I'm not sure if it's me or you. I'll just see. Maybe it's me. Okay.
Yeah, it might be my
Craig, how can I? Yeah, that's better, darling. That's better. Yeah, I've turned it up. How can I help you today, sweetheart?
I'm just wondering if there's any messages maybe for my daughter that passed.
Oh, my sweetheart, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, so the way my mediumship works, I don't pick who comes through, but I'm quite happy to see what I can find for you. Okay, sweetheart?
Sure.
Okay, Craig, let's have a look. Okay, just give me 1 second to switch gears. I'm just going to set the intention to bring through a beautiful, clear mediumship reading for you today. And I would like to try and see if we can bring through Craig's daughter. Okay, so Craig, I do have a young lady here. Now, she could be presenting as a young person. So she's about 6 or 7 years old. She's sandy blonde hair with a fringe like this. Does that resonate with you?
Sure, you're breaking up there. I didn't really.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm seeing an image of a young girl with sandy blonde hair, straight, with a fringe. Does that resonate with you? About the age of 7 or 8 is how she is presenting?
No, my daughter's a little older than that.
No. Okay. But would she look like that when she was younger?
Possibly.
Blonder at the end, sandy blonde at the top, straight hair down to, it's presenting to about here with a fringe.
What do you mean by fringe?
Fringe, where your hair gets cut off there?
No.
No? It's sandy blonde hair down to about
Yeah,
here?
she had dirty blonde. She had dirty blonde hair, yeah, kind of.
Okay. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to work with this energy as I may have her, but I want to find out directly if I had her, okay? So I'm also seeing horses, like little doll horses, like My Little Pony horses. They're like little, they would have been a favorite. There would be quite a few of them. Would you understand that?
Yeah, that could be maybe for one of her daughters.
Okay, all right. I'm going to keep coming with some more details. There would have been a collection of those horse dollies. That would have been a favorite, and they probably would have gotten quite tattered.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just going to bring through some more details so I know that I'm connecting you with the right person. All the information is going to be correct for you, okay? So I don't want you to reach for anything. If you know it, you know it. So what I am seeing, horses keep coming through. Was that something that your daughter loved? I keep seeing horses, pictures of horses.
Her daughter loves horses.
Okay, well, her daughter.
My Little Pony. Like my daughter's daughter.
Okay, then. Well, maybe the spirit is bringing through these details so we can validate. Would you understand that your granddaughter has hair with a fringe and straight down to here?
Yes.
Okay, then. All right. So yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so we're just getting some details through so we can connect to this spirit. Would you be happy for me to try and bring some messages through, and I'll bring some more information through as well?
Sure.
Okay, darling, just give me a second. Would you understand that your granddaughter might be really having a trying time at the moment? And this may be why the spirit is bringing through these details.
Yeah.
Are you looking after the daughter?
Pardon me?
Are you looking after your granddaughter, darling?
Yes, they both stay with us.
Okay, I'm just going to see what messages are coming through for you, sweetheart. Okay, so would you understand that there's been some financial issues around keeping your granddaughter at this point in time?
Yeah, I would say a little bit, yes.
Okay. I am actually getting an encouragement from spirit that things are going to start smoothing out in that area to do with finances and to do with looking after that child. And I feel like spirit is going to start making things easier for you. I feel like obviously she would be, as a mother, be right around her daughter. And I'm feeling that anything that is coming up financially around that child is going to start seeing brighter light, okay? So there's going to be some things that just need to work through.
Okay.
Okay. Now, would you understand that child is now switching schools or is about to switch school or has to switch schools?
Yeah, she's in grade 1.
Okay. Okay. So would she be switching schools, like changing schools?
Not that we know of, no.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to reach deeper.
She was in preschool. She was in preschool, and then she went to like a regular school.
Oh, okay. So, I'm just thinking because over where you are, your times are different. I just feel like there's going to be a movement at school, like things are all going to change. So I'm just going to feel into that. Give me a second. Okay. Now, there is one really good little friend for that child. The spirit is really focusing on that child. I know you want messages, darling, but this is what's coming through. There's one really good little friend that is a really good support system for your granddaughter. And it's very important that spirit's encouraging me is that that friendship is encouraged and maintained. So it may be something you might have to go out of your way to organize things sort of outside of school. However, that friend in particular is a very, very good support system for your granddaughter. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm getting all the, yeah, okay. So I'm getting very strong validation that friend, it's very important that you really maintain that friendship. And I know I'm a mother of young children, that doing things outside of school can be really quite tedious. But what I am feeling is that Spirit is encouraging that you help encourage that friendship even more, because that's there's a strength in that bond for that your granddaughter, darling.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yes.
Okay. I am going to go through some cards. Yeah.
My granddaughter does have a really, really close friend she hangs with.
Yeah. That's a really important relationship, and I'm getting a very strong push from Spirit that it's going to be one of those relationships that lasts for a very long time in their life. Like, they'll go through the teenage years together, the 20s, the 30s. It's a really beautiful soul friendship. So encouragement at this time is very, very good, especially for your granddaughter's happiness, darling. And I really hope that I'll leave that message with you. And I'm sorry I couldn't get something directly for you today, but just know that your daughter is close to you. And when we transition, we are closer than ever to our family. My heart goes out to you, Craig.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome, darling. You have a beautiful afternoon or morning or night.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you. Take care.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Craig. Okay, what's beautiful messages. Spirit family are always around us, everybody, and they are always looking out for our best interest. So let me just pull some cards. Okay, so let's go. Earth signs. Wood dragon, you have the strength. If you're coming up against a few things this week, you know you have the strength. You've dealt with this kind of stuff before, okay? Air signs. We've got wood snake. Enjoy the waiting game. So there might be a few things put on delay for you, air signs. Don't worry. It'll come through when it comes through. Fire signs. Oh, forest sheep. There you go. Clear your blockage. You know what you're causing to other people, and other people know what they're causing to you. Just clear the blockage, and then you'll be able to get through it. And we've got our water signs moving up the vortex. The wood pig, there's a bit of ascension happening for our beautiful water signs this week. So go with the flow. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Guide to Light show. Please check out my app, Guide to Light. Go to your local app store on your phone and type in Guide to Light. We have a beautiful 50% off. So it's only $39 AUD for the yearly subscription, and it's for a limited time only, okay? And a general message for everyone out there this week as we finish up. Earth Ox, be one with the universe. Embrace change, embrace everything that comes into your experience, and just know that we are all here for a reason and a season for everyone, okay? But thank you so much. Maybe just one more message. I'm going to get this timing thing down. Oh my goodness, I'll use my other cards. Okay, another message for everyone. Ooh, dragon's blood. Open your eyes to everything going on. There is magic absolutely everywhere.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Guide to Light with Martina. To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Medicine for Your Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everyone. Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Hope all is well. Here we are at the very start of March. So we have in the Southern Hemisphere, we're going into autumn, and in the Northern Hemisphere into spring. It's always a really magical time when we flip and we start, going into the new season. It's time for shedding a few things, renewing, resetting. It's always a good few days at the start of a season to really look at what you want to work towards, align with, attune to, aspire to, what intentions you have. And also, from my understanding, with the way life flows for us all, the time between March and October is really like the meaty part of the year, like the meat in the sandwich. The first couple of months are about, settling back into the new year, and after, especially in our Southern Hemisphere, the big holidays, and in the Northern Hemisphere, Christmas and New Year, all that jazz, coming back into the being and doing of life. And then in the last couple of months of the year, November, December, we're gearing up. In the Northern Hemisphere, you've got your Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we have our Christmas down here in the Southern Hemisphere. So the 6 months between March and October are really more than 6 months, the meat in the sandwich, where we really knuckle down and start working towards our goals, dreams and aspirations. So have a good look at the start of this season, freshen things up, have a bit of a tidy up through the house, have a bit of a clean up. In my world, for me, I like to donate blood at the end of summer and the end of winter. It's just like for me to do a body refresh. I'm not saying that's for everyone. It's just what I like to do. It gives my body a chance to reestablish itself. So have a look around at what needs to be tidied up for this new season, whether you're coming into spring or moving down into autumn, where we start to pull in a little bit. Have a look around what needs to be tidied up, what needs to be reset, reorganised. And just over the first few days in March, start applying some of those things to your life. It's really important to, give yourself the best opportunity to get the best out of each season, let alone each month. So, and also the other thing I want to say, and I touched on it last week, is, every day, for a moment in each day, just standing there, breathing into your own heart and saying, I love my life, no matter what's going on. Challenges, heartaches, issues, there's still something in our life that we can love, because the more we love ourselves and our life, the more our energy shifts, and the more the universe, consciousness, higher self, infinite intelligence, whatever you believe in, wants to offer to you, because there's so much appreciation and gratitude. So finding ways to love your life over the next few days. So I have a caller, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. It's Raylene. How can I help, assist,
Hi,
give guidance?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had any messages from me, for me, or from someone for me.
Okay. Well, if you've been watching me, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't do mediumship stuff. I mean, I sort of do, but I don't. But what I will do is give you a message. We'll give you, I really like doing earth, air, fire, water readings, because it's, where you're at now, what you can heal and release, what actions you need to take, and what you're expanding towards. And I really think that's a really good way to get some insight. So I'm going to do that for you. So just let me tune in, calling upon the wisdom and the lineage of the mystics and mysticism and the healers and ancient healers to come forward and bring through a really clear message for Crystal from the earth, air, fire elements, please, for Crystal. Okay, so we have one here, Crystal 1. That's earth, water, fire, and air. So let's see, turn the first one over. Okay, so this one here is the goddess of the earth. So this is about being grounded, starting to get really grounded, getting into your base energy center, really looking at the things that are supporting you. What's not supporting you, you need to start making decisions around. Often we hang on to things that are way past their use-by date. And so this here for you is really about what's working for me right now. Is this aligned with where I'm at, where I want to be? And it really is about getting grounded. The more you are in your energy body and your physical body, the easier it is to navigate and to make the correct decision. So the first one here is getting really grounded, goddess of the earth, getting supported within yourself with that earth connection. The next one here is the element of water, which is what needs to be healed or released in your life. Now, this is about being truthful with yourself and looking at what's going on around you in all situations. Where's the truth? So the thing with truth is your truth today might be a particular thing or an understanding, and then in a week's time, you could have an experience that opens that truth into a different level. So there is a truth that changes with our experience and our evolution, but there's a constant truth, which is who we are. And tapping into that allows you to see more of what's truthful in your life. So this is around standing in your truth, speaking your truth, knowing what's true for you, and aligning with that. So it means you're not going to waste energy, basically. The next one here is your fire element. And the energy of this one is higher choices. So funny, we've got get grounded and be truthful about who you are, what you want, where you're going, so you can make better choices, higher choices. One of the things we need to really understand when we're making choices to shift something in our life or to move in a different direction or to invite something else into our life, we can't make choices and decisions when we're stressed or we're fatigued or we're worried. You've got to find a way to relax. That's why I'm really big on meditation, sitting in nature, being grounded. These breathing, certain ways of breathing can really help us drop into a relaxed nervous system so we can make better choices. So call in your higher self to help you with any choices or decisions you need to make, because I feel like you've got to make a couple of choices to move on. The next one, the last one, is what you're expanding towards. This is beautiful. It's love. What's coming towards you and what you're coming towards is the energy of love. So what is love? This is the big question. What is love? Our experience, our own personal experience of love often taints what it really is. So this one here for you, it's really about spaciousness. It's about gratitude. It's about appreciation. It's about acceptance. So for you at the moment, it feels like to move forward, or what message you're needing right now is to do with get grounded, stand in your truth. You've got to make some choices, but make them from a perspective of where you want to be, how you want your life to be, because there's a lot of love around you, a lot of support that you're going to open up to. It's going to come in. And when we start to make these choices for ourselves, better choices from the truth of who we are, we can't help but have more love, because we're exercising love for ourselves. We're exercising love and showing love for our sovereign being, the part of us that exists all the time in this state of love, gratitude, and appreciation. So that's your little reading. I hope that's helpful for you, Crystal.
It's very helpful. I lost my mom last Wednesday, and I've just been so lost, and this gives me a lot of insight and hope, and I know what I need to do now, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm sorry to hear about your mum, but she's, as we know, they're always with us. They're always in our heart.
Yeah.
and our memories are so rich for them. So, I'm sorry to hear this, but in this time, be gentle with yourself and, know that she's around and call her to you in times where you just feel you need that support.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You're very welcome. Bye-bye. So there we go. So, one of the things that we can do with this whole love thing, because there is a lot of shifts and changes going on this year, and one of the things that I'm seeing with the people I'm working with is this rising sense of wanting to connect more to their self, with self-respect and self-honouring and the love. And I might do a whole session on it one day about the love thing, because it can be a challenging thing when someone says, you need to love yourself more, and if you don't know where that starts or ends, what we need to do is we start to look at what we can be grateful for, what we can appreciate about ourselves, listening to our own feelings of what is right for me and taking action on that. Last week I mentioned, I'm not trying to make light of it, but I mentioned that I've just come back from India and I saw the cows over there and how they forge through life. They just keep doing their thing and everything moves around them. Everything bends around them. And this is what happens when we start to live with self-respect, self-honouring, and we actually start to know ourselves well enough to know that I just want to keep following my path. When we start to do that with reverence and devotion, then what happens is we are less affected by everything around us, and we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves. And we start to drop into this place of deep love within, or sovereignty. For many people, it's foreign because we've been so attuned to people pleasing or doing things to be validated by others. This year, we all need to start looking at, I don't need to be validated by something or somebody else. I just need to know myself, and I need to know where I'm going so I can be the sacred cow in my life and just keep moving in the direction that I'm meant to be living, and the experiences I'm meant to have, and the contributions that I'm able to be participate in. So that's my little thought for the week, if that's making sense. Please come and visit me on my website, rayleneburn.com. There's a few things going up there very shortly, some little mini courses. I've got some new moon readings going up there if you want to partake of that. Soul mentoring. I've got a book, Alchemy of Awareness. It's all there. So come and visit me. And remember, all I'm trying to help you get is that you are the medicine for your own spirit. You are that. So bye for now, and I'll see you all next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Sessions with Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Thursday. Can you believe that the weekend is almost here? Guys, it is a leap year today. And for those of you that don't know, this happens only once every 4 years. So it's a bit of a special day. Spiritually, it definitely is a day where we can embrace the things that we want to do that will help to catapult us forward. So definitely think about that tonight as you are sort of winding down for your evening. Perhaps make a list of areas that you want to improve and things that you want to change. You know, definitely something I'm going to be doing tonight. I figured we would kick things off with a request from one of my followers. We're going to begin with Patricia Ryan from Bristol, Pennsylvania. And she asks, will I ever see my daughter that I unfortunately had to give up for adoption? All love. My heart absolutely aches for you because I feel like all these years, and this is just even before I finished pulling the cards, like, because I'm also a psychic as well. Of course, you're going to see each other again. I don't think or feel, and just to throw it out there, you got the sun. I don't think or feel it's the finality of just the end all. It's just no. Just that overwhelming sense of grief that you have been carrying with you every day. Kind of take that in steps. What I mean by that is your first card was the 5 of Rods, normally known as the 5 of Wands. With that card, you want to pick and choose your battles. I feel like that refers to thinking. You did end with a card from the Sword suit, and that can refer to mindsets and thinking. So that's going to be when and where I'm saying stop thinking that it's over or you're never going to see. Just no, you are going to have that moment where you reconnect for sure. And I'm a straight shooter. Patricia, oh my gosh, as a reader, I'm a straight shooter, love. I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I love cards so much. Oh my gosh. And I think they offer such insight and such advice and even healing. Maybe even with this reading, it's like, oh, wow. And I feel like it's going to be planned. It's not going to be where you run into each other. Reason why is because your second card was the Knight of Swords and that card fell reversed. So instead of it being something quick or just unexpected, it's going to be planned. It's going to be thought out. So it could be that you guys end up contacting, like one contacts the other, and you end up like talking for a while, building a relationship, and then decide to meet in person. It could be a situation like that. At least that would be my guess, seeing that card. See, with tarot, it's not always what card drops, but it's also in what order. What are the card combinations? Things like that. Those are very, very important. The Hermit card was the next card. That card also fell reversed. But all that means is instead of being the light at the end of the tunnel, you're now seeing that light. You're now seeing that hope. Fourth card was the Sun. The Sun does refer to family. In a more like the Rider-Waite deck, for instance, that card is depicted with a couple and 2 children. So definitely in reference to family. It also, I call it a power card. And the reason being is because it refers to success. It refers to happiness. It refers to like unwavering joy. And then your final card was the King of Swords. That card is a success card all day long, especially in the form of communication. That's one of the areas that the sword suit represents. So, like I said, it might be a matter of time, but you will get there one day. So try not to have that thinking that it's never going to happen. Okay. I hope that helps, love. I know it doesn't bring immediate relief, but at least now you have kind of that like thought where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. Let's take a caller. Who do we have? Arlene? Darlene, I'm so sorry, love. How are you tonight?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, love. What are we reading on?
I recently lost somebody close to me, so I'm wondering if there's any messages or anything from.
Okay. Who's the male?
That would be my father.
Did he just pass?
Not well. He passed 5 years ago, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
about 5 years, 6 years.
And then was the one who recently passed, was that female?
Yes,
Was she young?
she was. Yes.
Okay. Why do I feel like this kind of threw everybody for a loop?
No, it was expected for a while. So it happened sooner than we thought it was going to, but it was coming though.
Yeah. Did you guys
With my dad? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did you guys did everyone kind of feel like they had more time? Because she shows me a clock, a watch. So for me, that would signify time.
Yes, it did come sooner than we thought. We thought we were going to have more time. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, love. I'm so small. My condolences for your loss. How does sister come into play?
A sister?
Sister, how does that come into play? Like a sister energy?
I also had my sister passed as well around the same, actually just before my dad.
Arlene, my condolences, love. Oh my goodness. What do you have in your room though? Excuse me.
In my room?
Do you have something? Yeah. I want to say by your bed. I don't know if it's like a photo.
I have a dresser.
Okay.
That was my daughter's. She was the one that passed recently.
Was that was her passing? Because she snaps. That was completely like gut punch. I don't want to. Why do I feel like with her passing, there was or there is a lot that you either question or you keep going over in your mind. You almost like replay things. Does that make sense?
I do. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do you have something of your daughters in your room? Wait, you said the dresser. Okay. But do you have like a stuffed animal or something like a personal effect like that? Or a shirt, something like something I feel like you hold.
Yeah. She still has her clothes in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just know when you do that, she's with you. I know even hearing that is kind of like, and I'm not trying to give you a gut punch. But when they show me specific moments like that, that is always going to signify them being present when you are doing, those things, or in that circumstance or in that moment. For certain, you definitely have a lot of them around you. I don't say that lightly. I love doing mediumship, Darlene. I am an evidential medium, so I will give you detail. I love doing mediumship. For me, it's something extremely personal because I have a sister who's departed, and I also have a mom who's departed. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I take it so serious.
I lost my sister. I lost my sister, my mom, and my dad in 1 year, and then my daughter, she passed away of cancer. So it was all of them in just a few years.
I wish I could just grab you and hug you right now. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
No problem. Is it okay if I light candles for you after the show? Is that okay?
Yes, please do.
No problem. It's just, I can only imagine, just kind of going through, and especially losing the three of them in 1 year. It's kind of like you couldn't, and even to this day, I feel like you can't catch your breath. I keep trying to, and it's no matter what, I can't catch my breath. And I feel like that's how you feel. Every time you turned around, you got smacked down with another loss. And every single time you try to get back up again, here comes another wave and everything comes crashing down again. With that, and they all bring this to my attention. I feel like with each one that has passed, a little piece of you kind of went with them.
I feel that, yeah.
They urge you to be present. Stop being stuck in the past. Stop torturing yourself. Stop reliving those moments over and over, especially with your daughter. Especially with her.
Yeah, my daughter passed in my room that I'm in here. She had terminal cancer, but she was doing well with cancer. Then it just went bad fast. She just went downhill so fast.
Yeah. Were you with her at that last moment?
Yes, yeah.
Were you holding her hand?
I was actually holding her, so I was holding her.
Okay. But were you guys, did you have your hands entwined in hers?
Yes.
Okay. She keeps bringing me to that moment. You gave her a sense of peace. And she wants you to know that. In fact, she shows me white roses. For me and my language with spirit, what that is going to signify is that she's at peace. She's okay. She wants you to know that. She's with you every single day.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't make it any easier.
I felt her a lot, but I just don't know more.
In regard to, maybe I can answer it. What would you like to know?
I don't know. I just want to know that she's okay.
Yes.
We are raising her. We're raising her.
I'm sorry. What? I didn't mean to speak over you. I'm sorry.
Sorry. We are raising her daughters right now. So. I think her daughter, her youngest one, senses her a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
She's younger, so yeah.
Did she say mommy was here?
they've been dreaming about her lately a lot, and they never did at first, but there's been more dreams of her.
Mm-hmm. Those are real. She's visiting them in their dreams. So those are absolutely real. She wants them to know that she's always going to be there for them. That even though she's no longer here in the physical realm, that she's never going to leave them. No. Oh my gosh, she is so with them. Oh my goodness. So they will have her protection, for the rest of their life. I know it's not the same. I know it's not the same. Trust me, I know, Darlene. I get that is not the same. But she wants you to all know that she's okay and that she loves you all, and that she just look for the signs. Look at it. Where have you seen butterflies? Or what's with the connection to butterflies?
Her oldest daughter just put up a bunch of butterflies in her room, like wall stickers.
That in itself shows that she's there. There's your sign that, yes, this is her. She says the room looks beautiful, by the way.
We're in the process of fixing the room when she passed. So it's getting close to being finished, but
it's coming together really, really nicely. Oh my gosh. She thanks you. This. She thanks you, and she wants you to know that she is okay and that she's at peace.
Okay.
I know that doesn't make things any easier, but hopefully with that being said, it's kind of like, okay, she's with us at least. She's giving us these signs. And I would continue to look for signs as well from her, because she's going to give you them.
Yeah.
Darlene, my condolences again. Oh my gosh, I send all of my love to you. I hope this reading was able to give you a little bit of peace.
It did. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, Darlene, you're so welcome, honey. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye. Hey, Erin?
Yes?
Hello, love. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So what are we reading on tonight?
Just kind of general, like, life.
Oh, I love general. Most people assume that general is a bit vague when it's the opposite, because you're not programming the cards to just read on one specific area. So they can bring anything and everything up. That's why they're my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love doing general. Okay, so your first card was the 10 of Swords. However, it fell reversed. So you're definitely entering into a season where you will see successes. The card after was Justice, and that's definitely going to confirm that first card. Reason being is because justice is all about balance. I would definitely expect things to be on an upswing through April. The third card was the Two of Pentacles. Again, a couple of reversals. And reversals are just to explain is when a card falls reversed, and that kind of changes the meaning. Sometimes it's the direct opposite of the card. Sometimes it takes on a completely different meaning. With the Two of Pentacles falling reversed, that's going to refer to things falling into place. So not that need for things to fall, no, but that it already happened. The fourth card was the Eight of Pentacles. That's going to be a card about manifestations. Are you changing things with work at all, or what's going on work-wise?
Work is going good, actually. Like work is really good. I'm not really changing. Not that I know of. Things don't seem to be changing at work. Home life is kind of changing, it's drastically, but work is good.
In regards to home, is stability, because why do I feel like there's stability at work, but it's lacking at home?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Where it's like stability, not like, stability at work, and then things at home are kind of like on this roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm stable at work, but at home it's the roller coaster ride at the moment. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and that definitely can make things tough. However, I think as long as you focus on things that you can control, that's going to be absolutely key. And I don't say that flippantly. You know, there was definitely a lot of cards from the Pentacle suit. You know, in a general reading, it can refer to one or two things or even both areas. One would be finances or work, like income, which I would say with these cards, you know, maybe be on the lookout for a raise or throw your name in to the hat if there is a raise coming up. Just don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone when it comes to income. But then also the Pentacle suit corresponds to the element of earth. And one of those energies is stability. And then with the 8 falling reversed, is that lack of things happening, that lack of stability, that lack of feeling like you are stepping on solid ground. But you have it at work.
Yes.
It's
Well, I mean, and financially, I'm really struggling. Right now, financially, I'm in a tight bind for sure.
I do see.
I'm in a really, my finances are definitely wishy-washy at the moment.
With that, final card was the Star. That card is going to refer to a hope, wish, or dream coming true. With that being said, with that 8 of Pentacles, I would strongly encourage you. And even if there is no raise coming up, but assess your worth. Make sure you're getting paid what you are worth, hands down. So even if you're not due for a raise, there's no harm in saying, hey, can we sit down and have a conversation? And even proposing, like, don't be afraid to do that. Especially if you're already having financial, there's nothing wrong to step outside that box. And that even could be that balance that Justice card is referring to. So that finance or the finances, that balance could be in that area or be falling in that area. Let me pull an extra card for you. That card was the Page of Cups. That card did fall reversed. That is going to be the continuation of things. So not a new thing happening or beginning. I pulled one more. Oh my God, thank God. You got the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 is going to refer to a sense of completion. So situation coming full circle. Again, definitely that confirmation. I would ask for that raise. And then that Pentacle suit representing both money and then stability. Do I think things will trickle, into home life? Yeah, to a certain point. But I think you also, and I don't want to be as bold as to say you need to wise up, but I definitely think there are some things that you need to kind of be like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And some boundaries that you need to set. Mm-hmm. Also, don't feel guilty or stop feeling guilty for doing things for you. Take that deep breath and totally embrace it. I know that's much easier said than done, but I think that also will help with that pentacle suit coming into play. The cards feel reversed. You can change that energy. That's the beautiful thing about tarot. We still have free will at the end of the day. So regardless as to whatever the cards say, you decide ultimately what is going to happen, because it's either you listen to the cards or you don't. So either kind of be stuck on that hamster wheel, kind of going over the same thing, or get off and be like, you know what? I'm going to do better. If not for anyone or anything else but me. I think that's going to be where your power lies. Erin, all the way. I think that's ultimately what you need to do.
Okay.
Truly. And then, like I said, step outside your comfort zone at work and ask for that raise.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Awesome.
Beautiful cards, Erin. Oh my gosh, beautiful cards.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're so welcome. Do you have any questions?
Very, very good.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you have any questions?
No, not. I think you kind of covered everything. Is there anything you could say legally? I mean, is that something that you could do? Tell me anything as far as the legal.
I offer that in private appointments. So definitely feel free to contact me. Yes, feel free to contact me and we can discuss your needs.
Okay, how do I contact you?
Facebook. It's Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. Or you can find me on Instagram. It's Tarot by Jean Rose.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. I would love to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
No problem, Erin. Have a wonderful night. Take care.
Thank you. You do the same. You're awesome.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, guys, we are almost to a close. I am so happy that you joined me this evening. You guys all have a beautiful weekend. Just be safe, but stay present. You can follow me on Instagram, Tarot, guys, but you can find me on Instagram or TikTok at Tarot by Jean Rose, or on Facebook, Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. Guys, it's been a great show. Thank you so much. We've given some beautiful readings. Take care, and I will see you next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time time for Spiritual Connections with Psychic Medium Cindy. Psychic Medium Cindy. Live from Facebook.com/Psychic Cindy. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Spiritual Connection on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Connections. I'm Psychic Medium Cindy, and I am so happy to be here from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And we are going to take a caller tonight. I'm going to get a caller on the line in a few minutes, but I thought, tomorrow's the first of the month. We're looking at March 1st, so let's do some cards and see what the month of March is going to look like for us. And in this reading, you take what resonates. It may not resonate with everybody, but there's definitely, always remember there's somebody that's meant to hear this message tonight. So let's just see. What is the beautiful month of March going to offer us? Ooh, looking good already. All right. Oh, all right. So the energy for the month looks like material and spiritual prosperity. This is a beautiful card. This is all about, us gaining some more insight into the spirit world, but also maybe gaining some financial prosperity in our lives. The financial prosperity could come from some spiritual work for some of you. So maybe we might be looking at some spiritual work, and that's going to be great because that may bring in a little bit of income for you. But the theme of the month is actually balance, which is a beautiful card too. So we're looking at making sure that you get enough sleep, that you get a little bit of exercise, that you eat properly, just, kind of focus on that. That card usually shows up when it's just as a reminder that we need to really take some time and focus on ourselves, right? A little bit of self-care this month, which is nice for the month of March because it's still pretty cold here in Canada. And for the first week of March, we're looking at rest and rejuvenate. So, which really does go hand in hand with that balance card, doesn't it? Right? Like you're looking at taking some time, like making sure yet again, maybe do a little bit of meditation, take some time out for yourself. You absolutely positively deserve it. The next week, this would be week 2. We're looking at the foundations and achievements cards. Number 4 is all about building a firm foundation. The rainbow is the good after the bad. And there you are, like standing there in front of the house. That's your strong foundation. So think good things are coming. Good things are coming for us in March, and it feels really good. For the next week, ironically enough, we're looking at number 9, spiritual strength. So just this card is a reinforcing card, right? Really like letting us know that, hey, the spirit world is with us. We're not alone. Reach out to them, and then, on those days where we have like tough days or maybe a tough week, just dig deep. They're always with us. Always know that the spirit world is there, and they want nothing more than to be our strength in the times that we need it. But the last week of March, this is beautiful. We have the Love Begins card. Number 1, another rainbow, another good after the bad. Number 1 meaning new opportunities. And you see the cup flowing down with the water. This is a beautiful card. I know you guys can't see it, but for those that will see the replay, you will see it. And it's like, there's trees and water and rainbows, and it's just all about abundance. And you can just feel the energy shift for the month of March. We really are looking at some good things coming for spring. So really for spring for most of us in the world, not all of us, but for those of us that are, in North America and most of the world, we are looking at a good positive spring. So yeah, yay for us, yay for March. Okay, so we've got Dottie from Wellington, Ohio on the line. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Dottie, sorry.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, great. Do you have a question for me tonight?
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody had any messages for me or like people that's gone.
Oh, you're looking for a mediumship reading. Okay. All right, sure.
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
Thank you.
Let me see. All right. So, Donnie, what do you got going on? So, Donnie, I see a female passed away. Did your mother pass away, your grandmother?
Yeah, she did.
So, mother or grandmother?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay. So, you know what? They'll probably both come. But I feel the first one is your mom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She died like within the last couple of years, Dottie?
No. Long time ago.
Long time ago? Okay.
Yes.
She died
a lot of years ago.
A lot of years ago. She died young, though.
Yes.
Did she die from cancer?
We think it was a heart attack.
Oh, really? Okay. So she was like just kind of here and gone, eh? Like it was really fast for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting like chest pain, like right across the top of my chest, right? Which is an indication of like that's what she would have felt right before she passed on.
Yes.
She's in her 50s, Dottie?
60.
60s, okay. 50s and 60s.
16.
Huh?
Yeah. She just turned 60.
Just turned 60. She's presenting like she's in her 50s, you know what I mean? Like, I just see her,
Yeah.
I only get to see them for like a second, so. Okay, Donnie, so she does, you know, because she left so quickly, there's a, you know, she's being very apologetic, right? Like, you know, sorry, I left like the way I did, and, you know, people didn't get to say goodbye to me, but.
Yeah.
And she feels bad about that.
Oh, yeah, because I was pretty young.
You were, yeah. So, you know,
Yes.
and that, of course, you know, would never have been her intention. She would never have left, you know, young children and a family that, you know, but
Yeah.
she's always been with you, Dottie, always been with you. And so she's being very clear, saying, you know, like I was gone, like my body was gone, but I was still around. I'm still watching you grow, watching you grow up, watching like, you know, significant things in your life, graduations, you know, Christmases, birthdays.
Yeah.
Always there for you.
Now, is my dad with her? Coming through?
Your dad, yeah. Your dad's there too? Yeah.
He's dead too. They both died when I was kind of young.
They both died when you were young.
It was like 6 years after my mom. So.
Okay. I still got your mom in the forefront here.
Cool.
So always know, Dottie, that how much she loves you, okay? And that she's always been with you. And she feel, you know, she's definitely giving me a little bit of sign of regret and remorse for leaving how quickly she did. And she didn't know, right? She didn't see this coming. But she is talking to me a little bit about health. So I feel that that's a little bit of, you know, because you came from a mom who you know, passed away from you know, a heart attack. So just watch your heart, you know, and watch your health. Okay.
Yeah.
So then now, like, she's pushing on, like, and I think your dad is here too, right? So now, like, what I'm getting is pride, right? I'm getting that feeling of pride. So that feeling of, you know, how proud they are of you, of like, the strength that you have and the courage that you have and everything that you did in your life, you know, which was difficult because you lost your parents at a young age.
Right.
But you're amazingly resilient, they're telling me, right? You feel that?
Yeah. I do.
Good. Yeah, because they are, and they're smiling. The two of them are smiling from ear to ear. Is this the first time you've ever brought them through?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So because they've been on the other side for so long, they're really, really comfortable, right? Like there's no anxiety. There's like, you know, they're pushing a little bit of their personality on me, but they seem so content. Like it's beautiful to have souls that are this beautiful. You beautiful parents, you really do. Know that you will see them again. Yeah, you will see them again for sure. And like you said, they're always with you. I'm trying to get your dad to bring you in a message. Your dad is super proud of you, so which is not really probably a surprise because I think you probably know he's always been proud of you.
Yeah.
Like you knew that before he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So I see like a heart. When I see a heart shape, it's like your mom and dad holding hands. So that's where, right? And that just shows me that they're together. And that, you know, did he die of heart issues too?
No.
No? Okay.
With my parents?
Yeah.
No. No, I was with an abusive husband at the time when my mom died.
You cared for him. With a lot of gratitude there.
Yeah, there was no hostility or anything.
There was no what?
We weren't. Oh, you said did I have disagreements with him or something?
No, I said did he have heart disease too? Did he have heart problems
I'm
too?
sorry. Yes, he did. He
did. Okay. So that's just verifying that he's here because I'm getting that like strong pressure on my chest, right? So we only have a few seconds left, Donnie, and then I have to go. But I just want you to know that like the warning that's like, you know, how much they love you. They've always been with you. They're very proud of you. But I really like they are talking about watching your health. Okay, like make sure that your blood pressure checked. Make sure that people know that you've had two parents who passed away with heart disease. Okay. Okay. And you're gonna do really well. This is not a scary warning. This is just right. Just a healthy reminder from parents. The way parents are. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thanks for calling in. I really appreciate that. It was great talking to you.
Okay. You too.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Bye. All right. So thanks to Dottie, and I just want everybody to know to, follow my page on Facebook at Psychic Medium Cindy. I'm also on Instagram at Psychic Cindy 2022. And I do some free readings on there too. So it's great to follow me and you'll see what I'm up to and things that are going on. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Had a great time. See you next week.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Psychic Path on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I am Suzanne Marie, your host for a little bit, and we are going to do a fantastic reading tonight. I can just feel it. Thank you, everyone, for calling in and listening and supporting us all here. Thank you. Thank you all. So, yes, I am from Psychic Paths, and I am in Minnesota, but I am an international psychic, so distance does not get in the way. So I'm available on my website. So if you are interested in a reading with me, please look for the website and browse it and let me know you were there. So hello and welcome. So I think what I've been thinking about, my cat is going crazy. I think what I've been thinking about is spring. Number one, I'm in Minnesota. It's like 18 degrees outside. But number two is how much the messages in our lives from very, very early on kind of mess us up without really meaning to. Giving us messages like we're not good enough or smart enough, or we need to suffer in some way for abundance. And I'm just going to really quickly, then get to the caller, really quickly tell you, you are a divine being and you have a birthright to all that is good. And I do believe that the higher power, the source, Heavenly Father, how you want to see him does want you to have the very, very best. So I think it's a matter of first realizing that you are a divine being and it is inside of you. It's not all outside and it's not all inside. It's both. So with that, I'd like to welcome, is it Devin from Bloomington, Illinois? Hello.
Yes, it is. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. What can I help with you tonight?
I was hoping to possibly connect with my nephews.
Okay. How long ago did they pass?
Well, one of them was in 2019 and one of them was in 2020.
Okay. Let me see if they come through, okay?
Okay.
Spirit told me right away that you do talk to them.
All the time.
So that's what Spirit was telling me. So one is coming through. They didn't come together. They might come one at a time, but they're not walking through together. One is talking to me about winter and showing me winter.
Yeah.
Is that of some significance? Because he's really showing me a lot of cold and the snow, and I guess
it was
having some fun.
Yeah, he was a blizzard when he passed away.
Okay.
And ironically, we had a blizzard in the year as well. It was in March.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the loss. He's also showing me a house, and the house is very important to him. There's a sense of belonging, a sense of really being rooted somewhere. So was he with the family? Or was he buying a house, or because he's letting me know that this house is
well,
really
depending
important.
on which one it was, they both were. I have pretty good guesses which house you're speaking of. It was probably the house that we all lived in together at the time. We didn't live together when they passed, but that was our family home. Like there were 20 people there at any given time. throughout the day, you know.
Okay.
But no, we did not live together.
It feels very
It's the
homey.
past.
It feels like he's grounded. So I'm thinking it is what you said it was, because he feels just really at home. Like I'm here where I belong with, this home.
Right.
Right. So what was the distance? Because he's also showing me a distance. Like there was a distance to something.
Yeah. Well, the first nephew I lost was the older one, and our life path just kind of just separated at the end. I was on my own bad path, and he was on his own bad path.
Oh, okay.
And, I've made it through, and he did not. So that's why the distance.
Let me see what else he has to say. He's trying to tell me that he did make some decisions he regrets. There are regrets, but there's no hesitation in him coming through, which is really good.
That means the world to me.
Yeah. Lately, I've been getting a lot of resistance from unfinished business, is what I call it. But he's not giving me that. He's kind of giving me, it is what it was. It was what it was. Kind of a feeling.
Right.
I was hoping he would give me something to give to you. So let's see what he gives me. Was he around your age? Because
no, he was 10 years younger than I was.
I feel like there's some kind of goofiness going on or some playfulness between the two of you.
My nephews were my best friends.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And in one way, he's talking like he has a lot of sense. He's centered. He's grounded. But behind that, there was no grounding, and there was not a lot of sense. I think he knew how to talk the talk, but I think he was lost on how to do it, how to push and go through it. He's doing very, very well. Where he is in the light, he is in the light. He's showing me something with his right side. Did something happen to his right side? Because he's saying something happened to the right side of him.
Well, I don't know now which one you're talking about. Yes, there was something that did happen on the right. That it might be my other nephew.
They might be mixing up their energy now, but I've only seen one.
And that's so that's odd too. They were inseparable. They were like a year and however long it needed to be, like for her to get pregnant, that 6-week period, she got pregnant, So there's
I feel like that's just the way that they're coming through. And it's my mistake if I mix them up, but I feel like they wanted to come to you as individuals. They didn't want to come to you as two people. And I think that they're saying that that's significant for you, that there's two, but they come one at a time. The other one.
I wish I knew which one it was then.
I do see the other one coming through, and he's got a lot more heavier energy. There's a lot more. He seemed to be more intense with his feelings, or not so open. Maybe not so open with his feelings or his thoughts.
Yep, you're right. The older one would definitely want me to know that he was coming through as an individual, not as both of them.
Yeah,
and that means a lot to me because I haven't really gotten many signs from him, but I get him a lot from his brother. and him and I had history, you know. So him letting me know that he's here individually means a lot, you know.
That's what I think that they wanted to do. It feels like the older one is more serious, and the other one just seemed to just enjoy. There was a joy about him, the youngest one, where the older one was the thinker and the observer.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
And so the older one tells me that he was getting his stuff together. This is what he's telling me. He had plans. He realized what he had to do, and he was going to do it. And then something got him off track. Something just wiped him off track. I have 2 more minutes. And it was quick. He's showing me a fall where the other one makes me feel like it took more time. It was a slower passing where the older one is saying, no, I fell and I was gone. Well, I have a few more minutes. I want you to know that they're both in the light. They're both learning the things that they need to learn. They're both feeling very joyful and loved. And boy, do you have a lot of people on the other side, because they show me. It sounds like wow. A group, a large group.
Thank you.
They're all together.
Okay.
And
thank you
they all
much.
love you. They're all sending their love. And
I'm sending it back.
there's an older lady that's saying she's very, very proud of you. She's kind of looks serious when she's saying it. An older lady is saying she's very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
You have a good night. All right.
You have a great night, and thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, again. I just love doing this. You guys have a great, great week, and I will see you again next week. Bye.
Amazingly accurate, clear answers to any question. You'll love Suzanne Marie readings. Clairvoyant reader and spiritual light trance medium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear, visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455-2303 or email readingsbysuzanne@gmail.com. Suzanne Marie. Check her event page for specials. To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyons.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is New York City Celebrity Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
No, but you're Attorney Lyons. This is New York City. I am the New York City Celebrity Psychic. This is Moonstruck TV and A1R Radio, and I am sitting here staring at the phone like a lovesick teenager, waiting for your call and hoping my false eyelash doesn't drop off like I think it's about to. It seems a little insulting to call it a false eyelash. It implies a little something about his moral character that I don't think is justified. Anyway, so today the moon is in Libra, so we're all feeling kind of chill and pretty and harmonious. And so I'm having a little camera trouble. It keeps tilting to the right, so don't adjust your TV. I'm actually canting slightly to the right. So if you just will tilt your head slightly to the right, that might help. So I'm about to do the psychic tarot weather, which is always fun. Before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about psychics and free will. Because sometimes I'll talk to somebody who will say, well, this one psychic told me that this was definitely going to happen no matter what. And I'm like, you know what? We can tell you the probability. We can tell you I will get most likely probabilities. Not get very specific ones because it's my job. But there's always free will. I remember I had this one client I read for her, and she was wanted to get her boyfriend back, and looked like that was going to happen. But then she, after hearing that, I guess she thought there was nothing she could do to derail that. So she did something, trust me, she did something very specific to completely derail that, and then called me and said, I thought this was going to happen. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You can't really do that. We do have free will, so we can do anything we want as long as we're prepared to live with the consequences. The other thing I've been hearing from people is a psychic told me that if I talked to my parents again, I was going to, so whatever. If you talk to a psychic and they give you some sort of weird ultimatum, like if you do that, this will happen. Hang up, get your money back, hang up, or leave. You want to work with people who are reputable, who maybe have some press and have clients with testimonials. You want to work with people who are reasonable and who don't think they're God. Because I'm a psychic. If I was God, I'd have a better purse. And you don't want to work with people who are incredibly insistent in their being right. You want to work with people who are reasonable, kind, warm, friendly, preferably about 5'10" with blonde hair. No, that's sorry. Getting a little too specific there. So when we work with psychics, it's to sort of get reflected back to us what our possibilities are. And then we can act on those possibilities and either accept them or derail them if you're that particular client, as we see fit. And that's about it. So just reminding you that we all have free will. And Emily, State College, Pennsylvania. What a great name for a town. I love Pennsylvania. Darling, I'm just going to do the psychic tarot weather quickly. While I'm doing this, what I'm going to ask you to do is relax your shoulders because they're up around your ears. I can see it from here. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, take a really deep breath, and then blow out between your pursed lips like that. A long breath. It's like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Do that a few times because what that does is it will ground you. It will stimulate your vagus nerve, which regulates our central nervous system, make you all calm and aligned so I can just pop in there and get the best answers for you. Good. Okay, so the psychic tarot weather works like this. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and if you're watching or listening, they pretty much sort of apply to your general week. First card is the beginning of the week. Second card is, you've got this, the middle of the week. And the third card is the end of the week starting today. So, and these are just general influences. Getting a lot of girls in this one. Okay, the first one is Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be you if you are in an earth sign, which is to say Virgo, a Taurus, or Capricorn. Blanked out there for a second. Or it could be a woman around you who is one of those things. What it means is a woman who is grounded, practical, who is really kind of in touch with reality in a proactive way. So this is somebody who could be very organized. So somebody who could be very good with finances. If this is you, if you are an earth sign, this means that you're going to be feeling very self-expressed this week. So it's a good week for you in general going forward. If you're not an earth sign, this means that there's a woman around you who might be an earth sign or might just be really practical, who's coming in to sort of help you with stuff. You could be hiring an organizer. It could be somebody at work who helps you, figure out the coffee situation. But it's a helpful, practical woman in your vicinity, or it's you. I love doing that. Interestingly, the second card is the Queen of Cups card. So this is the middle of the week. And the Queen of Cups is a water sign woman, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So if that's you, and I'm one of those, you might be feeling very self-expressed this week and have a lot of kind of, how can I put this? Kind of helpful revelations about your life and how to do stuff better. You might also be feeling extra psychic this week because we're in Pisces, which is a very psychic sign. It also might mean that you might be seeing an intuitive consultant, a psychic, or you might be talking to an intuitive, loving, helpful friend, because water signs are always very intuitive. Some of us are actively psychic, but only if we want to be. So this is somebody in your vicinity who is like that, or you're very much in your vicinity. The last thing I'm going to say is it's also a card of motherhood. So if you are somebody who wants to have a child, this is a good week. I'm not going to get more specific than that, but to, act on that. And that's about it. Interestingly, the last cup, the last card. I can talk, honestly. The last card is about choice. You might be offered an opportunity this week. As you can see, this guy's sitting under a tree, which is his prerogative, and he's being offered a cup from a hand out of a cloud appearing in the air. Now, this isn't something that occurs very often. So he's already got 3 golden cups in front of him, so he's okay. But he's being offered an opportunity. And it looks like he's like, you know what, golden cup hand out of the cloud, can you come back next week? Sometimes when we're offered opportunities, we'll turn them down because we don't think we're ready. And here's an expert tip for you. Nobody's ever ready. Nobody's ever ready. In my own life, a lot of the biggest breaks I've gotten is because I've said yes to doing something that I kind of had no idea of how to do at the time and then figured it out. So if you're being offered an opportunity at the end of the week, I would say take it. The other thing this could apply to, and this is only about a 20% chance, but it's worth talking about, is that somebody in your life, you might be offering somebody the opportunity for a relationship, for instance. If they don't take it, they're not the right person for you. If this person doesn't understand that it is a golden opportunity being with fabulous, incredible you, then they don't deserve fabulous, incredible you, and fabulous, incredible you can say, okay, checking that off my list, bye. So that's maybe 20-30%. Okay, that was really cool. That is the week's psychic tarot weather. Thank you for being here. Okay, my darling Pennsylvania girl. Are you ready?
Okay. All right.
And tell me your first name again. Emily, what a beautiful name.
That?
I love that. All right, darling, I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So if you don't mind telling me your birthday.
Okay, it is April 9th.
Oh, we love Aries. I
am definitely an Aries.
My friend Jennifer, who always tells me the truth whether I want to hear it or not.
Yeah.
No, Aries women are the best. Aside from Pisces women, of course. All right, my angel. And what's your question? I know you have one.
I have several. I'm getting married soon, and I want to know, there is a very, very special lady, and I want to be able to know if she's going to make it or not.
That's interesting. I don't usually get 50-50 in something. The only reason she wouldn't make it is because she is not feeling well. I feel like she's got some health issues, but I can tell you that she really wants to support you. And congratulations. It's a wonderful, marriage is fabulous. You will love it. Totally different than living together. Much more interesting. Actually, I'm going to go with there's a 75% chance she's going to make it. Yes. Now I'm curious about why she's so special to you, but I'll let you.
It's my grandmother's sister, and my grandmother raised me, and she had passed away. It's been a few years. I'm going to say about maybe 8 years or longer, and she's like my Gram's twin. And I just found out she just got back from the hospital, and I was unable to talk to her today. And she might be going back to the hospital. And it's really important that she comes.
Anyway, she's very strong-willed, like your mom was. Like your grandmother was, excuse me. And she's very family-oriented, and she loves you. Boy, does she love you. And don't tell anybody, but you're her favorite grandchild by long, or great aunt's child. I think she's going to make it.
She doesn't have grandchildren of her own, and she always told my gram, I'm sharing the granddaughter.
No.
So.
Right, sharing the granddaughter. Yeah, I got that. I meant to say, sorry, great aunt, but my mind's.
It's okay. She's like a gram to me, and it's so important that I want her to be there so much.
I'm going to say there's about a 75 to 80% chance she will be. The only reason she wouldn't be is if she is like a death's door, which I don't get her being at.
I hope not.
She wants to be there so much that I sort of think that she would crawl over broken glass to get there. So I really think she's going to be there. So
yeah, cool. I'm just hoping whatever's wrong with her just passes.
I think what's wrong with her sort of comes and goes. But I think she's a strong-willed lady, just like her sister.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's a spitfire.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting that about your grandmother too.
Oh yeah, she was a heart of gold, but she was a spitfire too. What's that?
I said your grandmother's so very much with you. By the way, she approves of who you're marrying. So that's always nice.
Good.
All right, baby. That's about all I got for you. So I really have a good feeling about this. And just my most heartfelt congratulations and good wishes. I think you're going to be married to the same person for the rest of your life. I think you're very well suited. And he's cute, too. So.
He's a Virgo. He better. He's supposed to keep me grounded.
Oh, let me tell you quickly about Virgos are a very misunderstood sign. People think that they're about like being OCD. What they're about is idealism and sort of pure. They're very good people. I really like Virgos, and he will keep you grounded. But you give him like joy and energy. So it's a really nice combination. I just really like you guys together. So happy for you. Hey.
Yeah, his intuitive is like spot on too. He's so like, and he's very trustworthy. Very trustworthy.
Yes. He's pretty psychic. He's pretty intuitive.
Oh yes, he is. I tell him that all the time.
Yes. That's a really good thing. Unless you're trying to hide something, but I don't think you're that part of the marriage yet. Sorry, that came out all wrong. But all right, Mela, I'm going to take Melissa in Minnesota, but I'm really happy I met you.
Okay.
And you're in my prayers.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you. I get the nicest people here. Oh, Marissa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Marissa.
okay.
Myrissa. What a beautiful name. In Cloquet, Minnesota. I actually know where that is because I lived in Minnesota. I loved it. I love snow. The people are so nice. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear it. You know what I miss about Minnesota is Lutefisk tacos and bar cookies. I swear.
We have Ludafest every year at holidays because of tradition.
They're really good. All right, my love. I like to connect people through their birthdays. So tell me when your birthday is.
February 16th.
Oh, cool. We also love Aquariuses in this show because you guys are not like other people, which is a high compliment.
Thank you.
I love Aquariuses. You're all very original and you really think for yourselves, which is a quality I prize highly in people. So how can I help you today? Do you have a specific question?
Well, I've had a lot of loss. Like my dad, my kid's father, my grandma. I've had, like friends that have like been like a brother to me. And I think I'm just looking for some sort of like just connection or like anything from them, or if like you can feel anybody, or I'm just really searching for some sort of connection.
What a long winter of the soul you've had, and I'm happy to do that. Interestingly, often the people who come through first are not necessarily the people we're closest to. So, for instance, you've got a male friend coming through right now for me, who I really like. By the way, I can guarantee that there is a world after there. There definitely is life beyond this life. I never believed in it before I started doing this work. And I can tell you absolute assurance that there is, in fact, survival of personality, survival of love, and life after death. So, and believe me, 10 years ago, I would have been like, that's not scientific. Actually, as it turns out, it is scientific. So the first person who's coming to me is a male friend, and you were never anything but he's a really good guy. I don't get to say that very often. He's really funny. He's very supportive. He has.
That was my brother's best friend.
Oh, that would make sense.
I thought of him as like a brother. But he was like a best friend. He was always around, very supportive, and he was like the jokester. So I resonate with that a lot.
Oh my God, he's so funny. Do you have a dimple on one side? He's about 5'10", 5'11". What's that?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So I'm getting the right guy.
Chin.
I can't quite get his name. That's it. It was chin. I wasn't sure if it was chin or it's noticeable. And I'm like, the side, that doesn't seem right. Dimple in his chin, like very Cary Grant. Very cute. By the way, I think he always had a bit of a crush on you, just so you know. He just thinks he really sees you. He thinks you're great. And you and his brother were, he was like they were like brothers from another mother.
Yeah, they were.
He passed very quickly, it seems. So I'm very sorry.
Yeah, he did. Very unexpected.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. And your brother and this guy's family might, for the month or so after he passed, they might have had things happen, like things disappearing or lights turning on and off, because he kind of didn't know he'd passed for a little while. Then he figured it out. And now he's fine. He's very happy. Although I feel like he had a girl that it's either a wife or a girlfriend that he's really sad he didn't get to spend more time with.
Yeah.
He might have had a kid too. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb with the name here. I might be wrong, but I'm getting David, and I'm not sure if that's right.
It was Tommy David.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I wasn't getting his first name, so that's why I was like, okay, cool. That's definitely him. He's like, hey, Seth. He's so exuberant. I really like him. That doesn't mean you can stay, pal. You got to go back after we're done. But he sends his love to your mom too. He really likes your mom. He sends his love. He says he just thinks you're great. You're a really special person. He says you're really honest and you have so much integrity and you're kind. But he really misses. He's like heard some good jokes he wants to tell you. So I might tell you one from him before the end of the show. I'm getting your dad in the background. Your dad is a quieter guy, and he's not. Is that correct?
Yes and no. When he needed to be.
It's funny. He doesn't. Do you have two siblings?
I have kind of yes and no. I have 2 from my mom, and then I have 3 from my dad. So I kind of have. They're separated.
Okay, so with your dad, you have 2 siblings. So that's what he's talking about. I don't know how to tell you this, but you were his favorite. I'm not supposed to tell you. The second time this happened this show. It isn't always true.
I was the oldest.
Yeah. You were his favorite. You're also, it's funny, you're a lot more alike than you think. You're a really ethical guy. Interesting. A handsome guy, too. Hold on. He's... Whew. He just, it's funny, he doesn't want to push himself forward because I'm not sure why. He wants you to have more time with your friend. That's so him. He's lovely, very hardworking guy. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he works all the time.
Really took his responsibilities seriously. And really, being a dad, I gotta tell you, being a dad, he's saying it's the best thing that ever happened to him. And you guys had, hold on a second, let's see what he's saying. I don't know, it's like, it's either like he played pat a cake with you a lot when you were a little girl, or he high-fived you when I'm seeing like something with your hands exchanging. I'm not sure what that is. Might be seeing this wrong, but not sure he was a high-five type of person. Anyway,
I'm not sure either.
That's okay. Sometimes I'll probably get it like in the middle of the night. I'll sit up. I'm not sure you got to be there with him when he passed, and that's fine. Don't worry about it. But
no, I wasn't, and I've always been upset about that.
Yeah. Please don't, that's what he's saying. Please don't be upset about that. Please don't. You were with him in his heart. He knows that you would have been there if, how are you to know? Really don't be upset, please. That's a very important thing for him. He wants you to forgive yourself because it's a non-issue with him. Mostly, he's very proud of you. You're doing good, you're doing well and good. Oh, this is great. I love this. Your friend is still off to the side, by the way. He's waving. He wants a little attention. You get good people. I love this. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Let me get a little something from both. Your friend wants me to tell you a joke. I want you to have time with your dad, so we're going to do both. I'm going to tell you a quick joke. Because your friend just really, really, really wants me to. Okay, what's a quick joke? This guy is taking care of his friend's parrot. The parrot is giving him a lot of lip. The parrot will get in his cage. He's just cursing at him. Blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, come and get me, copper. And the guy finally gets so frustrated with the parrot, he picks him up and he puts him in the freezer. And then parrot screaming and cursing, then suddenly silence. Goes on for a minute. The guy's like, oh my God, did I kill him? So he opens the freezer. Parrot jumps out and he says, sir, I would like to apologize for my previous behavior. I realize now that I was a very bad parrot. And from now on, I will attempt to be very good. And by the way, what did the chicken do? So.
Oh my goodness.
That's a joke from your friend. Your father wants you to know that I don't know if you're in a relationship right now. Do you mind if I ask?
Yeah, I'm married. But like I said, my children's father passed. So I'm married as of 2 years ago.
So sorry. Okay, he likes that guy. I think he sent him. I think your dad sent you this guy, your husband. We got 30 seconds. So that's the other thing. Your dad is watching out for you a lot more than you think. You can actually also ask him for help with stuff. They like being given jobs to do. So I think we're out of time, but I'm so glad you called. I can't tell you. And you have a beautiful first name.
Much.
And I'm really glad.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, I really appreciate you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to connect you with your loved ones. And so take care, my darling. And everyone else, I'm Perry Lyons. I love you, and that color looks really good on you. I'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. I hope you're all doing really well. You've had a great week, and everyone's looking forward to the weekend. I have pulled 3 cards again. We're doing psychic tarot cards today. So it's a choice of 3 as usual. The first card that I pulled was the third eye chakra. Okay, so when I pulled this card, the first thing that I heard, if not now. So if you've been thinking about meditating, working on your psychic intuition abilities, you know, Spirit is saying now is the right time to go ahead and do that, right? I also kept getting decalcify your third eye. So there are certain foods that you can do, that you can eat around that, and that's like anything that's like purpley blue in colour, so blueberries, blackberries, purple grapes, anything like that will assist. Also, you can get out in nature, do breath work, yoga, visualization skills, colour therapy. Some Reiki masters may do colour therapy. My husband does Reiki and he uses colour therapy, so maybe they can work on your third eye. I feel like some of you may be sort of a bit hesitant of doing it. I did draw some cards, angel cards, to support that, and I got it's up to you. And I also got unlikely, so one of you might have intentions and say you're always going to do it but never really get around to it. And, you know, maybe just feel like it's not the right time for you. However, Spirit is saying it is the right time. So they will assist you with that. The second card, if you were drawn to the second card, the second one is Triumph. I felt like there's maybe some, you might be feeling a bit stagnant at the moment with whatever ideas you have, whatever your journey is, your goals are. And that's okay. Just push forward. If you need assistance, ask for assistance or some advice. Don't allow yourself to be stuck. You're sort of making your way forward. Spirit are pushing for you to go forward. So just keep moving with that. Also, you know, just be positive about everything. Don't allow anybody's negativity or jealousy of what you're doing in life to hold you back, all right? So just keep going forward with that. And I just kept hearing too, like New You and Happy Days, all right, when I was holding this card. I did pull some angel cards for this one as well. And I got yes, and I got take action, and ask for help from others, which I also got when I was holding the card for the message. Now, if you chose the third card, it was this one. It was about emotional loss. Now, you could be grieving the loss of somebody who's passed away. It could be the loss of a relationship, a friendship. It can also be the loss of something. It could be a situation. You may have wanted to buy something, you couldn't. Whatever the loss is, just allow yourself to work through it, you know, like processing it, healing from it, you know, allow any disappointment, any grieving. If you've lost a person, just remember that you're resilient and you're strong and you can move forward. Allow the healing to take place by just living in gratitude as well. So if you have lost a loved one, think about all the good times you had with them. Think about, you know, what you learned from them, the laughs, you know, that you had together, all of that. And as you sit in gratitude for that person in your life, you know, the healing takes place when you look at the better things rather than the unhappiness of losing them. And the same with the situation. Look at what you've learned. So you might be disappointed about something, but just look at what you've learned. It's an experience, it's a lesson, and now you're stronger, you're wiser, and you can move forward with that. And the angel cards that I got around that was like, don't stop and choose a new direction. So that is like focusing on something positive to come out of it rather than only the negative. All right, the negative will be healed. Okay, now I have a caller, and I think I have Mary on the line. Hello, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. We have the same name.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to take that as a
good one.
How can I help you today, Mary?
Well, if whatever you can tell me, basically, like what will be happening for the next couple of months. Anything that you would see, or any good advice, or if there's any kind of a message from the angels or someone that's passed over, anything like that.
Okay, I do have a female spirit here, so I might as well, while I'm drawing cards, I might as well check and see if that spirit, if you know them. There is a mature woman around me. She has long hair. Her hair is kind of like that salt and pepper, like dark, but a lot of grey in it. It's long and it's got a wave in it. And she's quite nurturing. She would have embraced her femininity, been very supportive around the people that she loved. Do you recognize this person? Could be mother, grandmother, mother figure.
It doesn't ring a bell right offhand, but I mean, it could be a number of people that I know, but not. Yeah, but it doesn't sound like my mother.
So what did you say? It's not your mother?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's all right. This person also had a lot of, like when I was tuning into her, I had like a lot of tightness and numbness in my throat, around my jaw, and the chest area here. Does that help you to narrow it down?
No, not right now, but it might later. We'll see.
Okay, that's all right. Just hang on to that. And if you think of somebody who it might be, just know that they came through for you. Okay.
Okay. So does she have any kind of a message?
So kind of a what?
Does she have any kind of a message?
A message. Let me see. She was, there is like talk about, there's talk about betrayal and heartache, and also talking about finances. Does any of that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
With the heartache side of it, I feel like there's sort of like a lot of pain. So I don't know if there was in a relationship, there was like a third party involved. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I also, she's making me feel like a sense of helplessness, depression, obviously like sadness, all like the usual things. But I also feel like struggling with mental health around it, you know, like how to cope, how to move forward, that kind of mental health, you know, just stress and anxiety. of it all. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm also being told that this person was very manipulative. There was a lot of trickery and smoke and mirrors around, like you never really knew everything that was going on. Can you relate to that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, what I'm getting is with your finances now, I'm getting like for you to move forward, right? It's like a soft kind of yes that I'm getting. And when I get it like that, it's like plan your goals, plan what you want to do, how you want to move forward. And it's very important for you to know how you're going to proceed with everything. All right, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, I do see you like becoming financially stable, and I'm also being told to tell you to look out for financial like opportunities. All right, where you can expand your wealth and move forward in that way. Do you have any questions around that?
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Sorry, what was that?
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I'll see what else I get for you. I feel like you are also in two minds about a decision, or maybe you've been in two minds about with this past relationship, but I feel like you not being able to make a decision, or you found it difficult to make a decision. Does that make sense?
Yes, in a way. Yeah.
I'll get more information. I'm just hearing face your fears, right? And don't worry, everything will get sorted out. Your job right now is to decide what you want and to move forward with it.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
My guide is actually asking, do you have a specific question before we get cut off, before the show finishes? Because I don't have very long.
The decision as far as the finances or financial opportunities, is there anything more specific?
So what opportunities? I didn't hear that. What opportunities?
Yeah, is there anything more specific when on the subject of financial opportunities?
Oh, okay. I'm hearing look at shares, right, is the first one. Gold is standing out for me. Anything metals like gold, silver, copper, look at those. Something around water. I don't know. I'm seeing water. So I don't know, something around water. So maybe some company that has to do around that. I feel like you'll have to do your research because she's not being specific with that one. And also get a financial advisor as well to help you with that. Okay? Because I feel like that's what you do. All right?
Sure.
You can't do it by yourself. Okay. All right. Very nice to chat with you, Mary. I hope that all helps you, and I hope you figure out who the spirit is, because they've come in with a lot of love for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You have a nice night.
You're very welcome. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sacred Insight with Andrea Baker. Live from mindbodynourish.etsy.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Sacred Insight on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sacred Insight. I'm Andrea Bacon, and I hope you're all having a blessed day, evening, or whenever you're listening. Well, we are in a time of changing seasons, and that is literal as well as metaphorically. So more and more people are feeling this internal call or shift to live a more soul-led life. Now, if that is you, you might feel a stronger need to engage in a little more self-care or just having some more alone time than you normally would. Alone time is pretty important, just to kind of sit in the quiet and kind of get still and centered pretty much on a daily basis if we can. But this is because we as a collective are going through a lot of transition, a lot of spiritual growth, and it's kind of speeding up for a lot of people. And, you know, in a way, every path is a spiritual path, right? Because we're spirits in a body engaging in this human life experience. So everything we do, every path we take ultimately leads to growth, right? But we learn from everything. However, we don't always embody the lessons and then end up making a different choice. So sometimes we repeat the lessons, and sometimes we do things over and over again, you know, expecting different results. But I do feel now that we are having more opportunities open up for us and our greater good and happiness to bring in more abundance and fulfilling, prosperous lives. So when we have the courage to take next steps and level up from where you currently are, you know, whatever is right for you, whichever, because it's different for everybody. Everyone's path is different. And then we will allow more joy and more happiness, and just really allow that inner child to come out regularly. I think I said that recently too, but it's coming up again from our guides and angels, because this is going to bring in more vitality, more excitement to life, and open up your creative endeavors. And creativity is important. It doesn't always have to be something that you're going to do for a living, although it can be, but it's, you know, it's an energy to tap into that is flowing and it brings in new things. So it's good to be able to tap in to creativity in whatever way you want to. But there's also this message coming through about having clear communication. So instead of beating around the bush with people when certain things come up that you maybe don't want to be involved in, kind of like be clear, you know, upfront. And it can be done in a very loving way. But this is in order to really help you have and uphold boundaries. So a lot of empaths are people pleasers. A lot of us are empaths that are on the spiritual path, or we are recovering people pleasers. And, you know, being kind is a wonderful attribute, but just remember to be kind to yourself as well. So anyway, we're going to take a caller now. Megan in Salt Lake City. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing good. What would you like answered today?
Just general, like life.
Okay. Let me see here. from Megan. Any messages? Okay, so something is coming up around travel and having some type of professional assistance. So there's this message from your guides and angels to switch your thoughts around if there's some things coming up for you that have to do with, feeling lower or having lower mood or something like that. They're talking about being grateful for just anything that you can in the moment. Because there are new opportunities coming in. There are new things for you coming up.
Okay.
Some things that, I don't know, it feels like there's this blossoming, because we got this abundance card and there's just a lot of blossoming energy, some new energy coming up. And then we also have with this travel card, a lot of blossoming energy as well. And so I think that they're wanting to talk about, like I said, kind of visualizing, switching those thoughts to something a little more on the path that you're wanting to go on, if that makes sense.
That makes some kind of sense.
Okay, so it's about having a little bit of a higher perspective on the situations and whatnot that are, you're dealing with right now. I don't know if writing is something that you've thought about doing, but that's also a message that's coming up, just kind of like writing your thoughts down on a daily basis, like the stream of consciousness. And, just kind of getting everything out for the day that's on your mind. And that can help you kind of...
by a journal. So.
Okay. Okay, so that is coming up. And then talking about some kind of ancestral energy as well. Like going back to your roots. So I don't know if you want to travel somewhere and go back to somewhere that your family lineage comes from, but that's coming up. I don't know, have you thought ever about doing something like that?
I can't fly to Greece, or that'd be a little more out of my price range.
Right. Well, maybe if you're wanting to travel, since that is coming up the message, and it's like,
yeah, well, I want to leave the state for sure.
Okay. Maybe have you tried to kind of like manifest that or surrender that over, and then kind of surrendering those thoughts over that, the funds aren't there right now, so that's something that you're actually going to be able to allow some new energy to come in for you if you kind of work on that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I definitely doubt it. So.
Right.
It.
Yeah. Like writing down some things that you would like to do that feel out of your reach, and visualize it, meditate on it, and maybe do some more inspired writing about that. Like after you meditate on it, sit down and do a journal session for like 10 minutes. Everything that just comes through, just write it all down, and you might get some answers on that as well. So that's coming up for something that you can do, and then surrendering it all over, because we can only control how we feel. We can only control what we think. And we can't control really other circumstances. At some point, we have to just kind of like surrender any circumstances over to the universe in order to take it from us. And then we can kind of open the energy up some to be able to allow possibly new things to come in at some point.
I get that.
What's that?
I get that. I just see that's something I need to work on.
Okay. So, yeah, that's something that you can work on, because it's like you have a unique perspective. That's Spirit's saying you have a unique perspective about things, and to tap into your uniqueness more. Do things in the way that, you know, your spirit would have you do them, and not diminishing that because other people might, you know, not understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else.
All right.
And then let me see. You know, they're also talking about embodying these things, grounding these things, taking action, inspired action from a state of feeling grounded and really centered, so that you can kind of allow things to flourish in their own time. And it helps integrate some of these lessons that I was actually just talking about that in the intro, but it helps, you know, some of the lessons that we're learning and going on that spirit-led path is coming up to be able to help you integrate all the lessons. So anyway, that is going to do it for me. I hope this helps.
It does. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me. If you would like to check out any readings or any sessions that I offer, you can go to stan.store/mediumandrea. And I'm going to be offering coaching within the next month or so from the Chopra Institute, where I'm getting my certification. So that's exciting, but thank you. Have a great week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Your Time to Shine on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to have you aboard with me this evening, and I hope you are all doing well, no matter what you are doing this evening. So I had a friend of mine the other day. We were talking about calming our mind. And she's like, oh, I've tried to meditate and it doesn't work for me. And I can't sit still long enough. And, this is pretty typical for people. Even for myself, sometimes it's a little hard to get into that rhythm because our minds are going like a freight train, right? It just keeps going and going. And we never give our brains enough time to shut off, to turn off, and to relax and be in that state of just not thinking about anything. And that's really interesting. Have you ever stopped to think and just to try to think about nothing, right? Yes, it's a form of meditation, but in general, have you ever just tried to not think about anything? It's very hard because over time, we have trained our brains to constantly think, right? In earlier days, we were constantly thinking because we were trying to keep ourselves and our family out of danger, right? And so, now it's just we've become this digital world. We've become this fast-paced world where everybody needs something right now, and it's got to be right now. I mean, right? You order something from Amazon, and within 5 hours, it's sitting on your doorstep. So everything is about how quickly can it get done? How quickly can we get from point A to point B? And so a lot of times it's just about going, okay, take a deep breath and let's just take it down a notch. And so one of the things that my friend and I were talking about is that she said, I'd had a really stressful day and I took the dog out for a walk. And she said, actually, I wasn't thinking about anything. And then suddenly something that I had been wondering how to solve just magically came to me. And I kind of giggled because, this is something that I do too, right? You take your mind off of that forced treadmill, right, that we all run on. And when you do that, things open up for you. The universe starts talking to you, right? Things just magically come into your mind. Oh, wait a minute. I know how to solve that problem now. Or that was something that I was thinking about a week ago. Wow, that's really crazy. I know what the answer is, right? So many times we come into that situation, and it really is just about calming the mind and getting into that stillness and walking away from everything, right? Whether it is the TV, the computer, the phone, right? And just getting into that space of calm to give yourself, your mind and your body, your spirit, your soul, time to just regroup and to start looking for some of the answers that you've been struggling with, right? when you have the crazy mind and you're trying to figure out problems and solve problems, yes, you can do that, right? Because we've trained ourselves to figure out how to do that or how to work under pressure. But it's amazing when you get that mind block, if you can walk away and you can clear your mind and quiet the mind, what answers come in and what solutions come in for you. It's quite amazing. So I encourage all of you out there to take a moment every single day to sit in the stillness and to clear your mind. Now, remember, that doesn't mean sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor in meditation, struggling with that, right? It's as simple as, like my friend did, get out and walking her dog, right? Listening to nature around you, listening to the birds, listening to the wind wrestle through the trees. For some, it may be going out for a run, right? Getting that adrenaline running through your body and still getting into that Zen moment. So for some of you, it is running or doing sports, swimming maybe. And so just getting into that space where you can relax and let go and let your mind be free and just find how exhilarating and refreshing that can be, right? It's much needed in our fast-paced world. So I encourage you to do this every day, a couple of minutes out of your day to do it whenever it feels right. A couple of times a day actually would even be better. But I encourage you to all release your mind and calm your mind and see what comes through, what answers come through for you that you have been searching for, because the universe will bring it to you. You just have to be in the calm state in order to receive. All right. Right now, we are going to head over to the phone lines. We've got Amberly in Rockford, Illinois. Good evening, Amberly, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Well, what can I do for you this evening?
Okay. I mean, I've never done something like this before. I've been with my significant other for 6 years, and I'm learning now, this far into it, he's just a complete narcissist, genuinely. And I don't know, I'm questioning his true intentions on our future, and whether I need to leave or just be patient.
Okay. Let me tune in here just for a moment and see what I can get from you and for you, excuse me. And there'll be just a moment of silence as I do this, and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay, Amberly. What I'm being told is that this is a pattern. It's a habit that that he's gotten into. It's almost like it's a way of being. There's a little bit of a superiority complex going on, and that oftentimes will come, of course, with that narcissistic energy, I'll call it. And so what I'm being shown is this isn't something that is just going to go away overnight. This is something that has been coming on for some time. And I'm not really seeing that they're not showing me that that situation is going to change very quickly. What I'm being shown, and there was a gentleman that stepped in on your behalf to talk with you, and he's saying that, you know, you're so much better than that. That the way he's treating you is not the way that you should be treated, and you know that. You know that deep down inside. And you're trying to give him grace, which is a very admirable thing to do. But at some point, you have to kind of think about you and what is best for you. And they're saying taking care of you and looking at what the best situation is for you is not selfish. It's being in self-care and loving yourself enough to say, is this something that resonates with me? Is this something that I really want to do? And so they're bringing forth this information for you to be able to take a look at it and say, is this how somebody should treat me? Essentially, is what they're showing me.
Yeah. Okay. They're showing me that this is not really something that is really going to change very much. So, you know, they're asking you to take a look and say, what is it that you want out of your life? Okay.
It's like what they're showing me is that this relationship started off really great, really amazing, and then something shifted. And then all of a sudden it wasn't anymore, right? And so you're left kind of going, whoa, what happened, right? And so this is a shift within him, a shift of growth. And sometimes growth doesn't always look the same to everybody, right? There can be the good growth, and then there can be the questionable growth, but it's still growth, you know, and in the realm of the universe, it's still growth. So sometimes people grow with us and sometimes they don't. And what I'm being shown is that you're growing in a different way than he is growing. And so those two things don't align and balance anymore. And that's why it feels that you are pushing and he is pulling. Or I mean, that you're pulling and he is pulling, right? Or that you're pushing and he's pushing. There's no balance in that feeling. Okay. And so that's why it feels like it's so hard right now. It's like you're magnets, but you're opposite of magnets. So, you know, when you put a magnet together, it'll actually push one away, right? And that's what they're showing me is like this magnetism of being pushed away. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else that they would like to tell you. Just a moment. What they're showing me is that don't sweep things under the carpet. These are things that are very real, and they're things that are being brought up so that you can deal with them. So they're saying, don't do that, because that's not going to serve you well in your life, and it's actually going to cause some heartache for you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank
I was
you
just
very
looking.
much.
You're very welcome. I was looking to see if there was anything else, and they're not showing me anything right now.
All right, that helps. Much more than what you
Good.
probably thought it did.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
All right. Well, you definitely gave me something very, very genuine to think about. So
Good. Good.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a good night. All right. Next, we have Mary in Greenville, Texas. Good evening, Mary, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. What can I help you with this evening?
I'm having the same issue with my boyfriend. 1 minute everything was good, and then it just went. I don't know. It just went off track.
Went off track. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mary, let me just tune in here really quickly. And as I do that, there'll just be a little moment of silence. And then I'll be right back with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mary. Yeah, they're showing me that they're like showing me derailment, right? That everything has been derailed. And then I heard frustration. There's some frustration on his part that's kind of causing this derailment. It's like there's something that he's holding back on that's causing him this frustration. And therefore, it's kind of derailing everything. And they're showing me that there's been a shift in his life. It looks like to me that there is some influence with a job or something significant in his life that's causing this internal frustration. And then you're seeing it. And then it's causing this, they're showing me this rift, right? The rift between the two of you.
Yes.
Has he talked about anything with a job or a shift in anything of that nature?
No, not to me, because he just shut down. I mean, it's just like he just cut me off completely.
Okay.
He won't talk to me about anything.
Okay. Hold on, I'm checking in to see what else they can tell me. they're not showing me what the inner peace is, but there's definitely something that he's struggling with internally. He doesn't know how to deal with it, how to solve it, and so it's causing it's causing an issue for him because he's feeling like he should be able to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And so his method or his mode is to shut down.
Exactly.
Right? And not think about it, not do anything about it. And that's not going to work. Because what that's going to do is it's just going to cause more separation between the two of you. And so they're saying to see if you can come at it from a different perspective, come at it from a different angle, and see if you can get him to discuss with you what that is.
Because he won't even talk to me right now.
Okay, so he's just cut off all communication.
Yes.
I can tell you that this is not about you, okay? This is everything that's going on with him. And I know when you're in a relationship that doesn't help. It doesn't make you feel any better. But this really is more about what he is going through than about what the two of you are going through. Yeah, they are not telling me much. When I ask, it's like he has a real block. It's like the energy of standing there with his arms folded.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, he's very set in saying, nope, I'm not talking about this, not negotiable. Right. Exactly. So, they're showing me that this might be something that it might take a little while for it to unravel. Because he has to be able to deal with whatever this is that's coming up for him. And right now, as it stands, he doesn't want to deal with it, right? Because it's so intense that he doesn't know what to do with it or how to even start unraveling it. So they're saying give him some space to let this kind of unfold for him. And it could take a little while. So this is not something that's probably going to turn back around real quickly. Okay. It's not even something that I'm asking, like, is this going to be, is this going to be the end for the relationship? And I'm getting, no, but it's too early to really know. So they're saying there's some patience, a little bit of patience on your end. And then you'll have to evaluate down the road if you're willing to negotiate this or if you're willing to work with this. Okay. And so you have to put yourself first in these situations and determine what is most important to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, for some, that's going to be waiting it out for just a little bit and seeing if it turns around.
Exactly.
But he's very dead set on not wanting to deal with this right now. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do or say to get in there and change his mind. So just know that, like I said, there's going to be some patience on your end if that's how you choose. It's really about what you choose at this point. Okay.
Yeah, because that's just what got me. It's just the way he just shut down totally. I mean, he wouldn't even talk to me or anything.
Yeah. He's dealing with a bunch of stuff that he's not ready to talk about. He really isn't. Mary, we are coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I'm going to have to say goodnight. And I want to thank you for calling in, and I hope this has been helpful for you.
Yes, it has. Actually, it has.
Good. Well, have a wonderful evening. I wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that does it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. If you would like to have a one-on-one reading with me, please reach out to me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a wonderful evening.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDSpsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings. Your Lady D. I'm your host for the segment, Lady D, and I'm back in my usual spot here in Sydney, New South Wales. So it's been a hectic week. So with the astrology, what we're coming up for this week, I've quickly looked at the transits that's going to be with us for most of the week. We've just had the conjunction with Saturn, Mercury, and the Sun, and even like that they are going to be close together coming into this week as well. So there could be some problems of communication here, or you could be like hearing some sort of like bad, let's say bad news, or news that's going to cause you like issues. Like for instance, for myself, I have a fair, like got the Sydney fair that's coming up this week, and I usually get paid helpers to help me out manage bookings. And then there was just issues with people, what days people could do or couldn't do. So it's just like hectic, like problems coming up, because Saturn is a planet of problems. That's how I see it. Mercury is about communication, and then we've got the Sun here. So it could be like anything about your life. So There could be sort of communications coming up that are sort of causing you a bit stress or a bit issues, trying to sort things out, trying to solve the problems, helping you. This is all part of life and all helping you being resilient. That's what I see. Problems are issues that are there to help you be resilient, and you can always get through them. So you're going to have that, and probably going to feel that we've got in Pisces. So you're probably going to feel that those energies through this week as well. We also have the positive aspects that we're coming up here through this week. We do have Jupiter sextile with Mercury and Jupiter, which is going to be there for most of the week. And that's actually helping us with communication, helping us sorting things out, saying the right things that we need to say. We've also got here, we've still got the so sextile here with Jupiter and Saturn, also helping us through problems. And there's always a solution to problems that come up and helping us to go through them. And we've got some more sextiles that are coming up with Chiron and the node here. And that's actually with Venus. So I feel like to do with like finances and relationships, there's some sort of healing there when we're going to issues that are causing us like deep issues. It's like a healing with that. Also, we can sort of see our destiny more. It's very clear on what our life path is and also where we are going to. So those are there. The aspects that we have that aren't so positive that we have that are with us this week, there is a square with Venus and Uranus. Also, we've got Mars there still squaring Uranus too, and Mars also with Jupiter. So again, when we're looking at Venus, it is about love and love and relationships. When we're looking at Uranus, it's unexpected, unusual. And when it's a square, there can be like things not working together. So they're working against each other. So you might find some unexpected things coming up here, like money. You might find, you thought that you're getting on top of your finances and you're forgetting that another bill could come up that you weren't expecting. It could also be something to do with a certain relationship around you too, that something comes up again that you're not expecting, that may not be as positive. And then with Mars, with that Jupiter, it's like, keep your hat on, just try and remain calm. I have a feeling that this week ahead is going to be a busy week. We do have a lot of mutable energy, so even though it might be busy, you might feel it's hectic, you have a lot going on, but you're going to help to get through it. You're going to be very resilient. You're going to be able to adapt to it. I also feel like it's a week where you might have to, be careful of what you say or use your words very carefully. We are in Pisces energy, and you're going to feel a lot of Pisces energy, and that can be quite sensitive energy. Pisces, if you're a Pisces sign, unless they've got a sign that's going to help them to give them a bit of boost or strength, they can be a little bit sensitive. I'm an ascending Pisces. People think that I'm sensitive, but I have it under layer. I'm an Aquarian, so it helps me out. So those are things that are going to come up this week ahead. So let's go to the caller. So we've got here his Diamond here, who's in Colombia. I think it's Colombia. Yeah. So in America. Yeah. So hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. And how can I help you today?
I was reaching out just to get a genuine reading of myself because I seen it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Sure. That's great. Sure. Okay. Are you a smoker by any chance, or does someone I'm just getting smoking? So if it's your smoker, or we've got someone, or I'm seeing someone smoking of someone around you, that's passed over, that maybe was a heavy smoker.
Not that I know of. I know I smoke marijuana every now and then, but I don't smoke.
Okay.
Cigarettes.
Okay, that could be that. Okay. I'll take that. Okay. I just feel like because I'm tasting it. I'm just getting a lot of the smoke. And usually when I taste it, it can be marijuana. I feel like even though you're doing it every now and again, I feel like I feel like it's like mellowing you out, but at the same time, I feel like that there's something else, there's a balance there. I'm not a doctor, but I just feel like I'm getting that for a reason, and I just feel like maybe it's something less often. But I'll just give that to you. Let's have a look what else I can get for you for the card that's coming up here. I feel like for you, you've got to be on top of things. I feel like what's coming up for you over the next 4 months is that you need to be on top of everything. I feel like that you're going to be very focused. You need to be very, very clear in what's coming up to in your mind. I feel like that it's like you're at a running race here, and what do you say? The man's got the gun to say go, and everyone's taking off, but you're going in your own time. So you're doing things in your own time. But I have a feeling though, with what's coming up for you, you're going to have to. It's like be on top of my game too, because I feel like life is going to get very busy for you as well. It could be a little bit hectic for you. Also, I feel like you're going to have to be very creative, and I feel like this is going to be to do with your words and how you say things to people. Because I feel like if you just sort of come out, I feel like you're very nice and you're very caring person, and I feel like sometimes if people aren't going to do what you want them to do, you'll sort of go, oh, I can laugh it off, or maybe try. I'm the same way. I don't like confrontation, so I'll sort of like go, oh, okay. But I feel like you're going to have to be very creative and think of ways if they don't want to do what you wanted them to do, so that they will do them too. So maybe come up with strategies to say things in a way where people can't just get out of what is that you need them to do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. Also, because there's a worry or an anxiety here. When I see this card come out, I feel like it's about a worry or there's an anxiety here with that.
I do. I have anxiety really, really, really bad.
Okay. I feel like stress.
Like I'm having it right now.
Oh, okay. I feel like stress ball. Like I need a stress ball here. Like I don't know if you get to have them over there. Like they're like balls that are squishy, and you put them in your hands and you squeeze them. Call them stress balls. I feel like you need a stress ball. Don't stress.
I used to have one.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, like, don't stress. Like, you're going to be able to work things out. Like, I feel like there's just other little techniques that you need to get out. I just feel like you need something that, whether it be like herbal, like on over here, like stresses, things like that are going to just help you to do that, or even like simple exercises like box breathing and things like that are going to help you with that anxiety. As I said, I'm not a doctor, but that's just what I feel, what I'm getting for you. There is like paperwork here, like legal, I don't know if it's like legal issues here or some sort of contract or like paperwork that's really standing out at me. I feel like just be careful of what you're signing. There's someone around you. I feel like there is some paperwork that's going to come around you to sign, but just read through it carefully. I feel like you just need to pay attention to what it's going to be about as well. You're very smart, you're very intelligent, and I feel like people try to put things over you sometimes, but you just need to be one step ahead of them. Because I feel like you are also quite intuitive yourself as well. What's your star sign?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, like the paperwork thing, I'm thinking you're talking about, okay, so I'm in the process of moving and I transfer my stuff to Houston. So that's like the only paperwork thing that I could think of at the moment.
Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Just what? So is this paperwork? You're moving? Like, are you buying a new place, or is this like to do with like a transfer in your lease?
Yes, it's a transfer. I'm transferring from Missouri to Houston.
Okay. I want to say, when you're signing the contract, just make sure you're reading everything. I feel like there's something you have to make sure you understand or what's in the contract. I just feel like it's sign it. Like I feel like you're going to be okay to sign it, but I just feel like you need to read it and make sure you understand everything that's in there.
Okay.
So I feel like there's a clause or there's something about I need to make sure that I do it. Also, too, we say in generally with contracts, don't sign them in a Mercury retrograde, which is coming up in April. So the April 1, there's a Mercury retrograde happening, I feel like.
And it's crazy because I have my meeting with Houston in April 11th.
I also feel like there needs to be a list of what you want. I feel like there's a list of what you want in this place, or what. I'm not sure how it all works, how it works over there. But there's like a list of what you need and what you want, and what they can match. But I feel like you got to be careful. I feel like they might try and pull things over you. So I say, so you got to be very clear and direct of what you want as well, and say it in a very, you got to be very, I feel like just be articulate, a very creative way in how you say things and how you say it. So just come up with different strategies on how to get what you want or how to say, and just try and keep cool. I feel like as long as you keep cool and you sound direct and you sound like that sort of a confidence about you without getting like stressed and then getting like angry, you'll be okay. Okay. But I feel like you'll be okay. There's also someone there, I feel like, that there to support you as well, to help you, especially I feel like with children. I feel like there's a boy or a child around you that's supporting you.
I have two sons.
Oh, okay. I see. I just heard a little boy's voice, and he's like, I say, they're supporting for you. So it's like your support. But
and they're both sweet.
Oh, thank you. That's good. So thank you for calling in today. It's been good connecting with you.
Oh, I have a question.
Yep, quickly. Yep.
Okay, so I talked to, well, I call him my fiance, even though he's not my fiance yet, but like, I don't know. Is he okay?
Okay, I can't connect to that person now, but you can contact me to follow up more after the show. But I can guarantee you that anyone that's passed over is okay. They're always okay over the other side. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I believe in one place, and they are always okay. I can tell you that. Okay. But okay, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day. We just ran out of time at the moment. So thank you guys, and if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, and my Facebook page is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram and TikTok is Lady D Psychic, and my YouTube is Lady D. If you can't find that, underneath that, look up Danielle Psychic. Thank you, and I'll see you live next week from the MBS Sydney in ICC Darling Harbour. So until then, bye for now.
Accurate, clear answers to any question. You'll love Suzanne Marie readings. Clairvoyant reader and spiritual light trance medium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455-2303 or email readingsbysuzanne@gmail.com. Suzanne Marie. Check her event page for specials.
This is A1R.
The Ask One Radio Network.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sacred Insights with Andrea Bates. Live from mindbodynourish.etsy.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Sacred Insight on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sacred Insights. Thank you